Hey everyone, this is Alisha Costanzo and welcome back to my channel. I am going to be giving you guys a Camp Nano Week 3 update. So last night I wrote 1,499 words in one of my Autumn Lishke shorts, which is crazy. I don't usually write that much in a sitting, let alone in that kind of story. I also did some outlining for the recreation of the character I killed because I can't live in a world where he doesn't exist in some way. So I'm giving him a new story in my Broken World series. So I started outlining that yesterday too. It's exciting. I also got like 160 minutes in yesterday. I was on a roll.
No.
Eric, it's just a little prick.
Good boy, Eric!
As you know, last week I finished the first draft of Wooing the Alpha, and last time I checked it was at about 1,025 pages right now, and that's because I didn't break it down into chapters when I initially wrote it, and now I have to go back and break it down into chapters, and so that's gonna make it a lot longer than it was. But the word count's still like 264,000 words, which I wrote in 15 months, which is ridiculous. Anyways, that is not what I did this week. What I did this week was I am close to finishing one of my Autumn Lishke shorts, which I'm going to publish soon. I made a cover for it, I started design on my website for it, and I wrote a blurb for it, which is all good things. I did all those things on Saturday. I also got myself some sushi. I got myself some sushi and hibachi, so I got, which you'll see, I got salmon hibachi, teriyaki thing, and I got sushi, and I got 2 of those rolls initially, and some sashimi, which you're not going to see because I ate it at lunch way before I got to film this when I ate it for dinner, because I had a sushi kind of day. It was amazing. It was an amazing treat for myself. My order alone cost around $50, so that is why it is a treat, and I don't do that often, but I felt, and my husband felt, like I deserved something little. As long as I don't do it all the time, we're fine. I also read the first half of Cycle 7 to my mom. I just finished today is Sunday, reading it to my mom. So I essentially read my mom Smut. Yeah, let's unpack that one a little bit. A lot of people give me some really weird looks. My mom is my alpha reader. So as soon as I am done with something and I've gone through in my preliminary stuff before it goes to betas, I read it out loud to my mom. Twice because my mom's dyslexic, so she doesn't really read, and she actually gets to enjoy my stories when I read them to her. I read all of my stories to her except for my really just the stuff that's just smut and doesn't have any actually story to them. And I love when I tell people that I'm reading stuff to her because I'm like, I'm gonna go talk dirty to my mom. I like wordplay. I'm a writer. Can you not tell? And it's honestly, the first one was a little awkward. I've had sex scenes that I've read to her before, and I just kind of sped through them. And now this is the 7th one I've read to her, so it's not so bad anymore. I mean, still, I'm just like, oh, that sounds weird or awkward, or saying that thing too much. But it's mostly about my word choice. One, because when I hear it out loud, I hear things that you can't just get from reading it on the page. And also, she points out things, and she makes some really good suggestions for some changes of word choices and whatnot. I even tried to change one, and then I went back and was like, oh, Mom, you were right. That's a much better word. It also helps me know how a reader perceives the story live. Like, I actually just get to see her reaction, and she was just crying at the end of this one, which she cries at the end of most of them, which means I'm doing my job. And she even told me, she goes, I didn't think I would be so enthralled and wrapped up in the story, the smut. Like, she goes, I even like the smut parts, but I didn't think that I would be so attached to these characters. I'm like, yes, Mom, thank you. But yeah, those are the kinds of things that I did this month. I still need to work on my blurbs. I worked on them a little bit. It's just not me out. Maybe I'm just putting too much pressure on myself. Maybe I should just write some crap and then revise it, which is what I would do if I didn't know what I was doing anyways. That's what I would suggest other authors to do. I don't know why I don't just fucking do it, but I haven't been. So let me give you my numbers for the week real quick and wrap up. So this was from the 11th to the 17th because my week started on Sunday. Fight me about it. I logged 955 minutes this week. I'm supposed to only do 630. 630? So, yeah, I got a lot more minutes. And mostly because I was reading to my mom. I was counting those minutes. I don't know if that's cheating, but it is technically editing my story, which is what I'm working on. I got to finish cycle 7, and now I gotta go through cycle 8. I have 2 weeks to get through cycle 8, both editing it and reading it to my mom. So that's gonna be fun, and sending them out to my betas. I should be able to do it. I should be able to do it. So that means the minutes I am ahead total, not just this week, but total overall is 375 minutes ahead. So I'm like half a week ahead. And what I've been noticing, I'll show you my chart real quick, is doing a lot of this because if the day before I write like 1,500 words and my goal is 250 a day, I feel a little of the pressure released, right? And I really need to quit. The pressure should be there every day to write because I want to build that habit of writing 250 words a day. I want to build a habit of writing every day and slowly build that up. And so I should not just I should take the win. I should feel happy about it, but I should not let that change my behavior just because I got ahead or I did something more than I needed to. This should not change the fact that I need to do it the next day. And it has been. And I've just been letting myself edit instead and do that type of thing. And that's not good. So this next week I need to buckle down and just write at least 250 words a day so that I can finish the story and finish the next story that I'm working on. Maybe even a third because this one's almost done. The other one only needs like another 2,500 words. This one needs less than 1,000 words. I've got another one where I can do roughly, what does it need, about 3,500 words. Here's hoping I can get some shit done. I need to write some minis, I need to write some blurbs. That might be where most of my work goes the last week because I won't have other writing to do. I also need to go over my Lily Grave stuff for next month because that's what I'm going to be working on next month. I am 35,000 words into that story before I paused it to work on Wooing the Alpha. I need to finish writing it because it's been 2 years since the first book. 2 years? 3 years? 3 years since the first book. I don't know. I've written so many books that it's getting a little bit ridiculous in my time frames. So, hey, if I could publish like 2 books a year, that would make me totally happy, but it's not happening right now. Maybe it could happen with the job situation. Anyways. Words that I wrote this month, my final statistic, is I wrote 3,284 words this week. It's more than last week. I think that's more than I wrote last month, fiction-wise, and this isn't including my marketing words or any outlining or any of that stuff. This is just fiction words. All right, I think I have babbled enough. I've been doing this for like 8 minutes, and it's gonna make a long video. So, let me know how your writing's going. Let me know what you're working on. I would love to hear more about your creativity and your artistry, whatever it is, whatever form that takes for you. Please let me know how it's going and how life is in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for being here, guys. Bye.